Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. In this video, we're going to talk about the response of the former governor of Adamawa State, Boni Haruna, to the WikiLeaks report, which a lot of people, a lot of media organizations and individuals on social media are using to justify the allegations that Dele Farotimi, the human rights lawyer and activist, leveled against Chief Afe Babalola, senior advocate of Nigeria, in his controversial book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System, which has now been a #1 bestseller in the world. Boni Haruna is not taking kindly to it because he believed that the report linking himself, his lawyers, to illegal acquisition of judgment was not true. And she's warning people to desist from spreading lies on how he was confirmed as governor of Adamawa State after initial annulment of his election by the Adamawa State Election Petition Tribunal. That is what we're going to talk about in this video. And to also look at what is WikiLeaks. What is so special about WikiLeaks that people believe it to be like the Holy Grail, as if it is the Holy Bible or the Holy Quran, that anytime people are asked, anytime people see anything on WikiLeaks, they believe that must be the gospel truth. And Boni Haruna, in his reaction, also alluded to this, which are some of the things we are going to look at in this video. Welcome. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, the two-time governor of Adamawa State, of course, you know what it means to be 2 times. It means that this man served for 8 years as governor of Adamawa State. The two-time governor of Adamawa State and former minister of youth development, Boni Haruna, has urged the general public to be wary of a trending story on social media purporting that the judgment of the appeal court's election panel that restored his governorship mandate in 2004, earlier nullified by the Adamawa State Election Petition Tribunal, was procured with money exchanging hands through his lawyers to the judges. He said that the mendacious story was said to be credited to the WikiLeaks report by its purveyors, but insisted that the story was untrue. In a press release issued in Abuja, the former governor said that he was, quote, dismayed at the blatant inferences to influence peddling and bribery in a case which its outcome was held to have upheld the truth and nothing but the truth at the time that the judgment was delivered by the appeal court panel, sorting as it were the already frayed nerves of the voting populace of the Adamawa State. Such innuendo and horrifying slander against my person and character and against the person of the ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo and the eminent justices of the appeal panel, many of whom later made it to the Apex Court, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, is both libelous and defamatory. End of quote. He said that it was appalling that the purveyors of the fallacious story in the WikiLeaks report alleging bribery to the judges of the Court of Appeal chose to rely on the report as if it were divine holy book, whose contents are sacrosanct to conclude the state of the judiciary, the character of the judges, and the alleged role of Afe Babalola chambers, and not the merit of the judgment of the appeal court panel. He said, and I quote, "It will appear that the purveyors of this story, careless if they engage in destroying others through sensationalism, lies, and fabrications." End of quote. He noted that many of those peddling this story have never read the judgment of the Governorship Election Petition Tribunal and that of the Court of Appeal panel, saying, and I quote, "No judge who sat on the appeal at the Court of Appeal just needed to be bribed to arrive at the painstaking judgment that was given as a careful reading of both judgments will easily reveal." End of quote. He noted that even in their much touted WikiLeaks report, it stated that, and I quote, "The verdict of the appeal court and the election tribunal differed significantly on their findings on the relevant facts that beg the question of whether the verdict or the other, as to whether one verdict or the other may have been influenced by outside parties. But the people who were drawn to sensationalism, no matter how comic their story may be, will rather narrow it down to the judgment of the Court of Appeal as the compromised judgment to satisfy the whims of those who they work for, relying on a purported story from an anonymous attorney from Afe Babalola's chamber to do their hatchet job. End of quote. He noted that one of the appeal court judges, Honorable Justice James Ogebe, in a press statement, has not only denied the allegations of bribery as alleged in the WikiLeaks report, but has offered himself for investigation on that allegation that has his honorable self and his colleagues, justices of the appeal court, three of whom are now late, were bribed by the Afe Babalola chambers to give the judgment that nullified earlier verdict of Adamawa State Governorship Election Tribunal. In other words, the summary of this is that former Governor Boni Haruna has unequivocally stated that there was no truth in the WikiLeaks report, that himself, his lawyers bribed their way to a positive verdict in 2004. And one of the justices of the appeal court at that time, who sat in the panel, has issued a statement denying it, that they collected bribe, and has even volunteered himself to be investigated to show how sad he felt about this. He's ready to be investigated by the authorities if need be, obviously. So that's former Governor Boni Haruna, citing also one of the judges. Of course, most of the appeal court judges that sat on that matter are dead, but one of them that is alive is ready to be investigated. Having denied it, he has offered himself for investigation. So, but one of the most important takeaway about this is the way we hold WikiLeaks in this country. Okay, that's what he was making reference to, that people take anything that they see on WikiLeaks, especially this particular matter, they took it as the gospel truth and began to run with it as the only truth. But you and I also know that the dangers of a single story, which celebrated author Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie has elaborated on in one of her trending videos, the dangers of a single story. You have had a story as being told by WikiLeaks. Now, former Governor Boni Haruna is giving you his own side of the story, because there is no single story. You must have from the other side for balance. And that balance is what Boni Haruna has just done, because he is at the center of it. It was his mandate that was restored. It was his mandate that the WikiLeaks was talking about, and people were using it to justify Dele Farotimi's allegations against Afe Babalola in his best-selling book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. Now, what is WikiLeaks? WikiLeaks is just like every other publication. It's no different from Premium Times. It's no different from Sahara Reporters, because it was somebody that founded it. It was somebody that owns it. Perhaps many Nigerians are not even aware of the owner of WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks is owned by Julian Paul Assange, an Australian-born editor, publisher, and activist. He founded WikiLeaks in 2006. Okay, so it therefore means that if there are all those fallibilities that you can find in any other publisher, any other editor, can also be found in WikiLeaks. So it doesn't mean that whatever is in the WikiLeaks is now an indication that something is the truth. Of course, we know that there is an only truth. But at the end of the day, it depends on truth based on facts. So Boni Haruna is saying, listening to my own truth about what happened. And that is what he has done. Like I said, WikiLeaks is owned by somebody, Julian Paul Assange, and he's bound to make mistakes too. His publications are bound to have issues. Okay? That's not to take anything away from WikiLeaks, what it has done to expose some things around the world. But that doesn't mean that anything it publishes is the gospel truth. After all, just like this year, the same Julian Assange was sentenced for conspiracy by the United States. Okay? And he pleaded guilty. Julian Assange, June this year, 2024, pleaded guilty and was sentenced for conspiracy to obtain and disclose classified national defense information, according to the Office of the Public Affairs of United States Department of Justice. That's just to bring a balance so that people will stop looking at WikiLeaks as if it is a holy book, which anything it contains, anything it said about somebody is the final truth on any issue. And I brought this matter to this level because Boni Haruna made reference to the fact that those who are spreading information about the alleged bribery by his lawyers to get a preferential judgment in 2004 are basing that their spreading of the information on the high regard they had for WikiLeaks, as if WikiLeaks is infallible. That is some of the things that the former governor of Adamawa State is talking about in his statement. So Boni Haruna has presented his own side of the story about what happened. He said that himself and his lawyers, the Afe Babalola chambers, are innocent of all the allegations leveled against them in the WikiLeaks report. Even a judge, an appeal court judge at that time, who participated, who was among the panelists or the panel of justices that looked into the case and gave the verdict in favor of Boni Haruna, has also volunteered to be investigated, denying that any money exchanged hands for them to write a favorable judgment for Boni Haruna. Whatever is your position on this, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.